Hello, in this video we will be discussing about very important topic, that is business communication, meaning and process. So let's see what are the contents of this video. We are going to see the meaning and definition of business communication, importance of business communication, 7 C's of communication and process of communication. First, we'll have look at what exactly is communication and business communication. So, according to George R. Terry, communication is an exchange of facts, ideas, or opinions or emotions by two or more persons. And now we'll see the definition of business communication. So, according to Brenner, business communication is the expression of channeling, receiving, and interchanging of ideas in commerce and industry. Move on to the importance of communication. So, first, importance of communication is the basis of coordination. The manager explains to the employees the organizational goals, modes of their achievement, and also interpersonal relationships among them. This provides coordination between various employees and also departments. So communication act as an basis for coordination in the business organization. Second importance of communication is efficiency in working. A manager coordinates the human and physical elements of an organization to run it smoothly and efficiently. This coordination is not possible without proper communication. Third importance of communication is the basis of decision making. Proper communication provides information to the manager that is useful for decision making. No decisions could be taken in absence of the information. So communication is the basis for taking the right decisions. Fourth, importance of communication is increases managerial efficiency. The manager conveys the targets and issues instructions and allocates jobs to the subordinates. All of these aspects involve communication. So, communication is essential for quick and effective performance of the manager and the entire organization. Next importance of communication is increases cooperation and organizational peace. The two-way communication process promotes cooperation and mutual understanding amongst the worker and also between the management. This leads to less resistance and so leads to industrial peace in the factory and efficient organization operations. Next and last importance of communication is boost morale of the employees. Good communication helps the workers to adjust to the physical and social aspect of work. It also improves good human relation in the business. An efficient system of communication enables the management to motivate, influence, and satisfy the subordinates, which is in turn boosts their morale and keeps them motivated. So these are the importance of business communication. Next, we'll see the 7 C's of communication. So first C of the communication is concise. Being concise means being able to convey your message in shortest possible words, but this does not mean that you provide the information less, but saying in such a possible way that you get to spread the message across everyone, and that too in the short words, fewer words. Next C of communication is clear. Clear or clarity is very important in business communication. Through this, you are able to emphasize a specific message or a goal at that time. In business communication, you cannot achieve too much in one go. That is why you need to clear about your ideas. Because of clarity, the understanding of ideas becomes easier. As the clarity is achieved for thoughts and ideas, the meaning of the words is enhanced. The message becomes more appropriate and exact. Third C of communication is correct. The understanding of your audience is directly proportionate to the correctness of your ideas, because correct communication of thoughts and ideas is also an error-free form of communication. There are many ways to achieve this correctness in your sentences. Next T of communication is for concrete. Concreteness refers to the idea of being clear and particular. Concreteness also adds to your confidence level. Concreteness is supported by figures and facts, so it gives your ideas a boost. As it involves clear words only, it helps in increasing your reputation. There are little or no chances that your message is misinterpreted. Next C is for complete. A message or an idea is complete when the audience has everything that they want to inform. Also, this gives an authority to them to move to call of action. The complete communication generally involves the call to action, which help the readers understand what you want to imply to them. It also includes that the facts and figures in the sentences. Due to complete communication, the reputation is enhanced for an organization. The complete message also involves additional information whenever and whatever it is required. Next C of communication is courteous. Courtesy is the respect that we show to others, and in business communication also it means the same thing. You should show respect to your reader by having courteous communication. The individual, while sending the message, should be polite, sincere, enthusiastic, and reflective. Being courteous means that you have taken into consideration the feelings receivers as well as your own. It also shows that you are positive and your focus is on audience. Courteous message are not at all biased. And last seven C's of communication is coherent. The message that you send should be logical, and that is why coherent communication is important. The message involves certain ideas and thoughts, and so when they are coherent, that only they are able to convey the main idea of the message. All the points that you have mentioned should be related to the topic and connected. So, when all these 7 C's of communication are used, then your message become more effective, and that is very important in the communication process. So, let's see the process of communication. the process of communication involves 7 major elements. So number 1 element is sender. The sender is the person who transmits a message. He is a communicator. He is the one who gets the entire process of communication started. He wants to get his opinion, idea, facts, thoughts and information across to the receiver. He is therefore also said to be the transmitter of a message. Next process of communication is message. A message is actual information that has to be conveyed. Communication is unthinkable without a message. A message triggers a response from the receiver. The message can broadly be divided into verbal and non-verbal. The message must be clear, complete and courteous. Next element of process of communication is encoding. The seeds of communication are sown the moment the sender thinks of transmitting a certain message. These thoughts have to be converted into suitable words, pictures, charts or symbols so that they can be delivered to the receiver. This process of converting thoughts into suitable words, charts, symbols or any other form in which they can be understood by the receiver is called encoding. Next element of process of communication is channel. How does one communicate? This is what a channel deals with. Communication is achieved through a channel. The channel can be a letter, an email, a fax, a telephone or memos, reports, bulletin, posters and manuals. The choice depends on the relationship between the sender and the receiver as well as on the message that has to be communicated. Other factors that tends to influence the choice of a channel include the gravity of message, the number of receiver and cost involved and the amount of information. Next element of communication is receiver. The person who receives the message decodes it and understands it or attaches some meaning to it. It is the receiver. The receiver has to perform 3 functions. First function is reception of the message. This is the stage when the message sent by the sender is sensorial taken by the receiver. Second function which he has to perform is decoding the message. After receiving the message, the receiver has to attach some meaning to it. And third function the receiver has to perform is understanding the message. He then has to interpret it in the same way and in the same sense as the sender meant it. And last, an important element of process of communication is feedback. The return of communication from the receiver to the sender is known as feedback. It is the response, reaction or reply to the communication. It is always directed towards the sender. This completes the cycle of communication. So, in feedback, the receiver sends his reply or response to the sender, indicating that he has understood the message received. So, in process of communication, sender has an idea. He transmits that idea into message and receiver sends the feedback to the sender. This is the process of communication. So hope you understand the meaning, definition of communication, importance of business communication, 7 C's of communication and process of communication. Thank you.